So welcome back to Fulford 2016. We're here on day 7 and we've now excavated a trench very close to where we went last year. And we have the same sequence. We have the upper layers laid down in the 70s, clay being used to build up the playing fields, then a horticultural soil sitting on top of about 80 centimetres worth of alluvium. Right down at the bottom of the alluvium there's a layer of iron pan that's been created by changes in the chemistry of the soil, and then below that we've got about 20 centimetres of a sort of bluish green sand. That bluish green sand is actually the most exciting thing here for us in some ways, because we're trying to paint a picture of a landscape through time, and we want to know in particular, because we're interested in a battlefield here, we want to know what that landscape may have been like in 1066. Well, we've had some dating evidence. Time for an update on the 2015 excavations. In the very top of the sands that we have remaining here, we've had some animal bone which has given us a date for 1350. Oh, that's after 1066. That's not a bad thing actually, because what it tells us is that the geography of this landscape before 1350 has been of a sandy bottomed riverbank. So we have a little brook, a little stream that is Germany Beck that has flooding issues even then, but there's enough energy in the water to take away any of those flooding materials and just leave us with a sandy bottom. And that sandy bottom seems to last from the glacial deposition here 10,000–12,000 years ago all the way through to about 1350, when the water levels in the river get high enough to start to deposit alluvium when it floods. And so the alluvium changes everything. We're interested in that sandy layer below. What we've tried to do then is we've opened up trenches where the roads are only a few metres away. So let's have a look and see if we can see what we've got new in those trenches. Okay, so here we are in trench 1. Again, we opened this trench last year in 2015. We've reopened it because we're so excited by the causeway that comes down through it. So we're only a few metres away here from the layers that have been built up by the river and that sandy bottom. Here we have a causeway, we have a bank that heads out across the shallow valley of the beck here towards the beck, where there must have been a ford, probably giving the name Fulford to where we are. So we've got the roadway, causeway. Is it Roman? That's the big question. That's why we're now excavating down through it. So we'll keep you up to date on whether we find at the bottom of this roadway some dating evidence. More so, we've just gone behind me and we've opened up trench 3 to see whether we can find the roadway there, which should be there. See if we can find the roadway and get more evidence for this roadway across the shallow valley of Germany Beck.
We'll get to the end tomorrow and think, and hopefully.
Well, maybe before you do, before you take that bit out, we'll have. I mean, I think I've got somebody tomorrow who's really good with pick and shovel, and maybe we could give you another couple of meters to go back there.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yes, he's so kind, isn't he?
I think he's volunteering someone else to do the donkey cart.
Well, that was the good bit. That was definitely the good bit.
What I wouldn't want you to do is to get this beautifully timed out like this, and then to have.
Make a mess.
Messing up. I want this covered.
What we're going to do the last thing, if we can get a picture of these, we're just going to get some sprays on.
Well, I was going to say I want it to rain.
Shall I spray it now?
So this is trench 3. This is where the action is now. We're slightly higher up the road, and we've just reached the point where we're starting to pick up a great big thick layer of chunky cobbles. We've taken off the smaller gravelly material that was on top of them. Now we're right down into chunky cobbles, and we're giving a bit of a spray to get a really good photograph. So the next thing, good photograph. We've got the road here, we've got the road there, so we've definitely got our causeway. Now we just need to get underneath it, at least in trench 1, and get a date. So that's the objective for next week.